Been the heart and soul of Newcastle since the beginning, but injury has finished Paul Harragon's career.
6 weeks ago, my knee deteriorated to a factor where I barely could run, and training was near impossible.
He tried several treatments for his knee, including the new gel injections, but with little success.
The only reason that really kept me going is the boys, and in my mind, they're number one, and I just want to thank them for all their good memories and everything they've done for me.
The Chief was one of the original Knights back in 1988, adding grunt and guile to an engine room that rarely faltered. Harragon played 17 tests and 20 Origin games. The snatch and grab grand final victory 2 years ago, an indelible memory.
Being a part of a group of guys or an organisation that brought so much happiness to a lot of people and a big area was the most pleasing thing or the proudest thing I've done.
The best.
Yeah, cool.
Chief. I nearly had tears watching him. You know what, I caught up with him a fortnight ago. Last week, maybe a fortnight ago. He was down here from Mike Hughes Foundation. We had a few beers reminiscing. He's such a best bloke.
Yeah. Even the way he explains, you know, how grateful he was. And in a time when no one could talk to a TV, he made sense.
Well, this is his big moment. Captain us when we won the grand final. And the night before the grand final, Chief loved a meeting. Deep thinker, as you know. He got us all in the room and he had to go around and talk about winning the grand final. And, you know, it was all that shit. You know, I want to do it for this, and I was born here and means so much. And it got around to Mark Glanville, and Mark Glanville went to talk and just bawled his eyes out. And Chief just let him bawl.
Yeah.
And it was bawling his eyes out for about 30 seconds. And then Chief said, righto, boys, stood up amongst us. I'm getting goosebumps. He goes, righto, no one gets sent off in a grand final. Get on the back of me, I'm going to knock blokes out early. Like he went out and dushed Spud. He was just smashing blokes. And without him, there's no way we would have won that comp.
It was like that in Origin as well. You know, we had a team, Ian Roberts, Glenn Lazarus, Paul Harragon. Chief was the one at the front. The blokes there that did different amounts of work and had different jobs, but he was the one at the front. He took them on.
The Chief and Spud, like the one at Newcastle. So the trainer comes on and goes, Chief, you're off. So that night we're kicking away from Spud. You know how Spud used to get excited running the ball back. So we're kicking away from him. And the trainer comes up and goes, Chief, you're off. He goes, looks at me and goes, he used to call me Little Joey. Little Joey kicked a Spud. So righto. So kicked off. And then that was the grand final. This is early when he was just erupting on everyone. He got twos with that. That's the one where he knocked himself out. That was off the kick-off. There's probably no more iconic tackle off the kick-off than that one. He was.
Have you seen anyone go as hard as him, like put his body on the line as much?
No.
Just absolutely no fear.
And played through injury. Played through that much injury.
Could you explain a little bit about when he said in the retirement package we saw, he was talking about he couldn't keep going because his knee was so bad. How bad was it?
Well, it was just... I think he's had 2 knee replacements now, Chief. He's only probably in his mid to late 50s. His knee was absolutely gone, bone on bone. And he worked that hard and trained that hard and played through injury. What doesn't know his knee, he had a lot of bad head knocks. He had a lot of back-to-back-to-back head knocks. But he's our spiritual leader from Newcastle and is always our spiritual leader. And to see him every time I see him now, it's just so good to see him. And you know what? He's another one of those blokes. He's a nature's gentleman off the field and a deep thinker, and he's into the spirituality side of things and everything. But get him on the field,
so softly spoken. You had some great leaders in your career. Is he
number one?
He's the best.
Yeah, number one.
Led entirely by actions. Entirely by actions. There's been times. I remember actually when I was captain of the Origin team and he was in the team in '95. I remember going into the room and just going, mate, because our blokes, we weren't focused. And I was just sitting there, mate, just pleading with him, going, what do I do? He said, just don't relax. Don't be on try lines. You just go, what's our next job? Let's worry about our next job.
He started in the
Very
Senate.
simple.
Started in the Senate.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Did he play first grade in the Senate?
Played first grade. I remember he was telling me the other week, as he played one of his first games, we were talking about the King. I think we spoke about it on this show. He reckons the King hit him with one of the hardest hits. He blindsided him, jammed him in the ribs. But Chiefo, we salute you, mate. Great player, great leader, but an even better bloke.
So we know how tough he was on the football field, but like everyone on the Footy Show, he succumbed to the chilies. He didn't handle the chilies very well.
Everyone succumbed to the chilies.
But then what happened on the chilies, Matt Callender,
Yeah.
what was his executive producer,
Yeah.
he came on and gave him some milk, but it was off. And there was big chunks in it.
I was on one of those shows where they did the chilies. That might have been the one I was on.
I think
Fatty
you were.
just buckled.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fatty buckled.
Oh, Daredevil dudes. Was he a scaredy cat, the chief?
Yeah. Yeah, like I remember actually when they went on the ride where they shoot him up.
Yeah.
The Vomitron. But they'd been on the drink the night before. And Chief's he doesn't hardly drink. And they were all hung.
Oh, and that night, Sterlo's told me the story. I wish he was here.
At the casino,
At a
playing
bloom.
blackjack.
Yeah. Sterlo nearly bashed him.
Still tried to call him on.
Yeah, because he was at the end of the table playing blackjack, taking cards when he shouldn't. So they called him a big dumb imbecile or something. And then he tried to call Chief outside. Let me tell you, the smart money was on Chief.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddy. Not about the highlights, action, 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour, grab a seat on the couch for that. And of course, my favourite, Freddy in the 8.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm, subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.